So the CPX 1000 Kingston is a chucker machine. So you've got a 50-inch Z-axis distance, you've got no tailstock, and you've got a 9 1/4 inch through hole sitting on an A220 spindle nose. You can see that it's got a very large swing here. There's 40-inch swing capacity on this machine. So this machine's perfect for through hole applications, but also perfect for very large diameter chucker work as well. The speed ranges on this machine, you can see that you've got 4 separate speed ranges, M40 through M44, M40 being neutral. You can see that we can go from 6 RPM all the way to 600 RPM. Massive amounts of torque throughout the entire spindle speed range. I'm going to turn the spindle up a little bit. I've got it running at 50 RPM right now. We'll go ahead and bring it up a little bit. And I'm going to stand quiet for a minute. We'll get a little closer to the spindle so you can see how quiet it runs. Now the spindle itself is fully lubricated and it's got a chiller. You'll see your spindle lubrication here on the sight glass on the side here. And then it includes the chiller as well. Obviously in a more permanent installation, we'd have it behind the machine. The controls for the spindle chiller are underneath the headstock located here. This machine comes complete with a 6-station turret. Now this turret is a horizontal based turret. It's a little bit different than most, but it gives it a massive boring bar capacity as well as a turning tool capacity as well. You can see how these tool holders come off of the turret itself. It gives you both a large capacity turning. In a conventional holder, you can actually run your turning tools off of either side of the slot or with your boring bars as well. I'm going to put the machine in handle jog mode. I'll move the X-axis around a bit. I'll actually go into a rapid move. This is running at 25% rapid. Of course, because we're sitting on top of a wooden pallet right now, we don't want to run the machine at 100% for certain. You can see how our X-axis travel works on this particular model, as well as our Z-axis travel. Now, I know it might be difficult to see in a video, but you can see the width of the bed here. That's the bedway width on this machine is enormous. That and the diameter of the Z-axis ball screw, it gives it an incredible amount of torque. Tool changes are all automatic. And you notice they give you a large size coolant lines for each station as well, or you can either use the flex line, or of course it's standard NPT fittings, so you can pipe in a lock line or something like that as well. Pretty much any coolant combination that you'd like to use. The Fanuc control itself is the 0 ITD control. This is the newer series control that actually includes the USB memory as well. So no more using the old flash cards. You can use a USB drive on this machine to upload and download programs. The control itself is very intuitive, very common to most of the CNC industry. Hydraulic system out on the end here. The hydraulic system runs your automatic turret. It also runs your parts of your spindle actuation, such as gear changes and things like that as well. Automatic lubrication system out on the end here for your Vectra number 2 lubrication. if you guys have any questions, feel free to contact us, and thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and set our spindle here, and we're going to run the spindle in clockwise. Currently running at 200 RPM, about 150 RPM. We're going to go ahead and boost that up to about 200. So about 230 RPM there. Running clockwise, I'll stop the spindle, and then I'll run it in counterclockwise. And again, that's high gear, counterclockwise, running 229 RPM.